Hi, this is Cameron back again with another vinyl collection video, number 57, featuring albums that start with the letter B. It's part 2. What's happened in the last while? I haven't made one of these videos since April, showing off my record collection. Since then, you may know from videos I've made under the name Cam the Discman that I did start a business that came out of 4 garage sales. So this new business is called Cam the Discman, in which I sell used records and CDs as well as other collectibles like comics and vintage toys, some sports collectibles, some other items as well. And I do that at a flea market called Thirsty's Flea Market on Saturdays and Sundays in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. So that's really kept me away from making other videos. I have really valued the feedback I've gotten on those video blog features. So some of the people that have diligently and consistently responded to those Cam the Discman videos are Rob Balboni, Dixieland Farm, Fat City Vinyl, D-Steel 27, and Vinyl 79. I know that they're not the most popular videos, but to me, they're very valuable for getting my thoughts out there and seeking feedback on my experiences as a new small business owner in this industry of used records and used CDs as well as other collectibles. So I really appreciate the feedback I have gotten. In the meantime, I have started watching some videos again. Today in particular, I've got the day off work because it's in lieu of Remembrance Day. So Remembrance Day was yesterday, November 11th, 2018. Today is not a statutory holiday, but at the University of Manitoba where I work, we do have the day off work. So I have been watching videos by Super West, by Earhead 6, Gregory Short, Gavin T, as well as Hernando's Hideaway. So I always enjoy those people as well as several others who make videos, and I am way behind. So it's time for me to catch up. Planning to watch some other videos by other people that I haven't watched in a long time as well. I have to say another favorite video in the last while was made by Noble Records on the experiences of buying a large vinyl collection. So things I could relate to as a new vendor, as well as learn from some of the experiences of Noble Records. So I really do appreciate the opportunity to watch those videos, learn from them, as well as have the feedback on my own videos. So let's get started. I've talked enough. So we're starting with the letter B. Now, since I made these videos, I did purge my collection of albums by Bach that were in poorer condition, and I added them to my $1 and $2 bin for my flea market. So I only have 4 left, and I'm not really in a rush to get more Bach albums because, frankly, I've got, a box full in my store, so I can bring them home at any time to listen to them. Plus, I have hundreds of Bach CDs that I'm selling that are all premium labels, and I bring some of them out to work and listen to them while I'm trying to focus in on my daily activities at work. So just to get started, I have Glenn Gould, one of the best artists out there, playing Bach Toccatas Volume 2. Next up in my collection, I have another Glenn Gould album, The Little Bach Book. So anybody who's new to classical music, you can't go wrong with Bach, or with Bach, and in particular featuring the artistry of Glenn Gould. Okay, next one is the Brandenburg Concertos, a box set on Deutsche Grammophon. Just a blank back. So for new classical music collectors, Deutsche Grammophon is always consistent. Next up, as part of the Treasury series on London FFRR records, there's another version of the Brandenburg Concertos of Bach, in which Karl Muchinger leads the Stuttgart Chamber Orchestra. Again, a blank back. Okay, getting back to rock. Oh no, actually it's pop. Burt Bacharach from 1971, Close to You and One Less Bell to Answer. Now, these ones, I wasn't sure if I was going to keep them, but it's the Bach Ensemble, Helmut Rilling, Die Bach Cantata. So these are songs, I believe. It's been a long time since I've listened to these. Another one by the same ensemble. Now, more interesting for the 60s punk collectors, garage band collectors, Back from the Grave, Volume 1, Rockin' 60s Punkers, featuring the Elite, the Jujus, Alarm Clocks, Fabs, Malibus, Bel Airs, Legends, Rats, One Way Streets, Larry and the Blue Notes, Swamp Rats, and the Chords. This came out in 1985 on Crypt Records. Lots of interesting photos. Good liner notes. Very informative. Next up, Volume 2. Garage 16 Punkers, this time featuring the Lyrics, the Canadian Rogues, the Unrelated Segments, one of my favorites. The Outsiders, Roy Jr., the Mods, the Hatfields, the Reasons Why, the Banshees, the Triumph, Ralph Nielsen and the Chancellors, Novas, the Mystics, the Brigands, and the Children of Darkness. Gotta love the artwork on these Back from the Grave albums. Next up, Volume 3, featuring the Chantels, Little Willie and the Adolescents, Ken in the Fourth Dimension, Me and Them Guys, Interns, Intruders 5, Monocles, Little Boys Blue, Jerry and the Others, Fugitives, Ron Chans, William the Wild One, Murphy and the Mob, the Mods, Sir Winston and the Commons, Royal Flares, and the Montels. Same series, Back from the Grave, Volume 4, featuring the Tamrons, Cyclones, Fabs, Redbeard and the Pirates, Hallmarks, Sonics with Santa Claus, Rocky and the Riddlers, Tonto and the Renegades, Bottomless Pit, Aztecs, Nomads, Bunker Hill, Sloths, Wild, Vectors, Huns, and Larry and the Blue Notes. So in the mid-'80s, I was collecting these Back from the Grave and other mid-'60s punk albums. I believe this is Volume 5, yeah. The Humans, the Warlords, the Vestals, the Illusions, Jaguars, Few, Tikis, Kegs, Jesters of Newport, Henchmen, Tigermen, Aztecs again, Hatfields, Nobles, Sentries, and the Rising Tides. Volume 6 of the Back from the Grave series, featuring the Shames, Long John and the Silvermen, Kegs, Beaujean, Shames, Savoys, Ascots, Barracudas, Golden Catalinas, Billy and the Kids, Chandels, with a couple of tracks, Abandoned, Traytones, Brids, Werps and Trojans of Evil, with evil spelled E-V-O-L, so love backwards. Volume 7 is a double album featuring Syndicate, Tombstones, Moguls, Puddinheads, Jim Whalen and the Bow Havens, Warlocks with an O rather than an A, Hush Puppies, Bugs, Gentry, Syndicate, Benz, Hush Puppies, Cliques, Heathens, Beep Beep and the Roadrunners, Snails, Half Pint and the Fifths, Mustangs, Time with a Y, Noblemen, Invasion, Travel Agency. I think that's different than the Travel Agency that I love so much on album. Rendezvous, It's Us, Moguls, Spiders, Griffs, Retreads, Mike's Messengers, Mystic Five, Chevaliers, Hides, and Ty Wagner. And then there's that's all I have for the Back from the Grave up to Volume 7. I'm not sure how many more there were. I know that there were some Back from the Grave on CD since I have one or two of them. Back from the Grave Special Edition, The Tempos, Raw 66 Garage Punk out of Alabama. Of course, it's got a version of Hey Joe, like every other garage band. Good Lovin'. Next up, series of albums by Bad Company. These are early to mid 80s reissues. First album. Then Straight Shooter. So liner notes, please. Then Run with the Pack. So I did get a chance to see the lead singer from Bad Company play in Winnipeg about 5 years ago. It was a real highlight. Paul Rogers, he's supposedly living out of Vancouver or somewhere on the west coast in Canada, married to a Canadian wife. This album is just called Bad Company, I believe. Then there is Desolation Angels. And then finally 3 albums by Badfinger. And I really regret when Joey Mullen played our local casino, I didn't go to see him. So just a magical pop band. So Magic Christian Music from 71. Fantastic artwork. Very surrealistic. Then Badfinger from 74. And then finally from 1979, Airwaves. So that's it. Please leave your comments and please subscribe. And I encourage you to come over and watch my videos on Cam the Discman about my experiences as a new small business owner in the record industry. I really am seeking to get some feedback from as many people as possible, positive, negative. I'm learning a lot from the VC members. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.